It's the customer focus. It's understanding your customer and what's important to them, then being able to create that environment that really engages them and keeps them. You get that right, it makes your job so much better and easier and gives you a big advantage over everybody else around you.
Welcome to the KayaCast, the podcast for cannabis businesses looking to launch, grow, and scale their operations. Each week, we bring you interviews with industry experts and successful retailers, plus practical tips and strategies to help you succeed in the fast-growing cannabis industry.
Welcome back to the KayaCast podcast. I'm your host, Tom Mulhern, and I'm excited today to have Jack Blaeser from Mosaic on our podcast. He's going to be talking about dispensary growth and digital customer experiences and really diving into how to utilize technology to grow your business. Mosaic offers a all-in-one solution for loyalty and customer experience. Jack has a wealth of information, a wealth of experience in business and starting businesses and building businesses. And really, I think he has a lot of great insights to share with dispensary owners about how they can really up their game when it comes to that digital customer experience, building a loyalty program, and how to engage your customers more effectively. So I hope you enjoy this conversation with Jack Blaeser from Mosaic. Our guest today is Jack Blaeser, the founder and CEO of Mosaic, a company revolutionizing digital solutions for dispensaries with their industry-first all-in-one branded app, payment, and loyalty platform. He is a trailblazer in the tech and business sectors with vast experience as a CEO and board member across tech, software, insurance, and nonprofits. So Jack, welcome to the KayaCast podcast. It's fantastic to have you on this show, and I can't wait to learn more about you.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Yeah, well, let's jump right in. Can you share a bit about your background and how did you end up in this crazy cannabis industry?
But for the last 20 plus years, I've been raising funds for startups and building startups around disrupting industries with technology. So I started to watch the cannabis space when states started to legalize cannabis and noticed that, one, it's a big market. It's a market that's has a potential to bring a lot of good in terms of, wellness and health to individuals, in terms of the economy and just really helping people in general. Then when I looked a little bit closer at it, I noticed that the technology was a real challenge for the folks in the industry, largely because these big companies and Amazon and others weren't ready to enter because of the federal legalization issue. So technology wasn't there, and having a technology background and seeing an opportunity to bring technology and solutions that could really help the businesses, in particular the dispensaries and MSOs, better connect with their customers was a real opportunity to bring value there and build a business around.
What is the disruptive technology that you guys are using at Mosaic to kind of, tackle some of the issues and challenges within the industry?
If you know that Starbucks app experience, where as a customer you can download an app or go online, order your coffee or whatever, be able to pick it up and gain loyalty points and all, that's a good experience for a lot of customers. So that's what we're bringing. We're making it possible for every dispensary MSO to have their own branded Starbucks-like experience to better engage their customers, to better able to help them in that sales process.
So looking at, the perspective of a dispensary, what can they learn from, the digital customer experience of a Starbucks or Taco Bell or CVS, like you're saying?
The first thing I'd say is it's very hard in the cannabis industry because the technologies that are available are fragmented, meaning that you got providers providing an e-commerce solution, but different providers providing a loyalty solution, and different providers providing a kiosk platform, and then different providers providing payments. So one of the things that we do is bring it all together in a very easy to use platform. From a dispensary owner perspective, or say a manager, the best thing you do is if you've used any of these apps, like a Starbucks app, you get it. You know the value. You've lived it. You see it. And then you'll start to get an understanding of why it can be very valuable, not only to your ability to engage customers, but to minimize the overhead that you have. So customers can order online and come and pick up, a little bit less to do in the store for a bartender.
If there's a dispensary owner who is looking at their current customer experience and they're like, ugh, it's not where it needs to be. What are some tips you would have for someone to work on making a better customer experience?
Yeah, so my first suggestion, we do this as a business, but I'm sure it applies to dispensary. Listen to your customers. Keep an open mind and where are they seeing, feeling, and how are they reacting? What do they like and don't like? And that'll give you a little bit of direction on what you might be doing really well or what you could do better, right? It does come down to leveraging good technology and evaluating your options and understanding what's going to work best for you and ultimately your customer. That can make all the difference in the world. If you have an archaic or fragmented or a technology stack, you can't necessarily, you can only go so far with that. Whereas, there are better technologies and technology changes fast. So you always got to keep an eye on it. But if you can find the right technology and leverage that and then learn how to best utilize that technology, you'll get way ahead of everybody. It's a competitive advantage. Like I'll mention Starbucks again, but they become an industry icon because in large part of their technology investment and focus. And I know if you read about them, they spend well over $1 billion on their technology and scaling it and leveraging that. So we see the opportunity there to really help customers in that way.
What about for those dispensaries that are scaling from one location to multiple locations? How do you grow with them and help them create a customer experience in each of their shops?
If you look at the playbook by Starbucks, they've got tens of thousands of stores and they'll have one app, right? And they have one platform. So that consistency of experience across those stores is key for them. And the good experience, the user experience really is effective. So for us, our platform enables a dispensary very easily to launch all the capability that a big Starbucks or even a big MSO might have as an independent dispensary. But as you add more locations, those just become additional locations in the platform. So not only can it grow with you that way, but now it becomes even more powerful because you may have several locations in the same area. Someone may be traveling, they may have friends, but now they can download a single app under your brand because it's a branded solution. It's not a marketplace that we provide for that dispensary or group of dispensaries, MSO, to leverage that brand across multiple locations and that same customer experience and to make it really easy for the end user again.
How do you kind of approach the different types of cannabis users, from those long time, maybe they've been in the illicit market to those new ones who are really kind of curious? How does your approach kind of help every different type of customer that's out there?
I think the stores, the dispensaries, the retail operations are going after the users that know cannabis and the ones that are willing to go into the shop to buy it. But there's two segments that are largely being, I won't say ignored, but not being pursued effectively because everyone's focused on that and they're fighting for that market. That's a user who's willing to go into a cannabis shop. Number one are the other illicit users. I mean, well over 50% of the market in most states are illicit still, where it's legalized. They buy it because it's less expensive, or that's how they've done it, and they've got connections there. So how do you attract those and convert those users from illicit to pay a premium for the legal experience? On the other side of it are all a huge group of people that want to maybe test it out, the new users to adopt. How do you get them to get comfortable with how it can help them? How do you educate them? How do you pull them into the space? Those are two big challenges that I don't think people are tackling very well. And here's my suggestion amongst many, but the one area we can help is make it easier for them to kind of dip their toe or to add value to that experience. Because within our platform, you don't only show the product in a picture, but you can show video with a voiceover and other details about the product and how it helps you personally and educate the user. And by kind of pulling them in that way and making it easier and more familiar, I think you can adopt those new users a little bit better and even give more value and more options to the folks that are buying on the illicit market. So that's kind of the area that we think we can help, that can make a really big push towards trying to get that open market that I don't see a lot of people fighting for necessarily yet.
Have you seen any new like emerging technology trends that are happening in dispensaries that dispensary owners should keep an eye out for?
Data is what makes businesses unique and empowers them to make the right decisions and leverage technology better. The ability to take that data and then start to segment users into groups and then start to offer them special pricing or promotions or offers or rewards is a good way to engage your customers better and keep them loyal and keep them from moving around to other competitors or back to the illicit market. You get loyalty points and you have a program like that might pull in illicit users as well.
Then taking that data and being able to leverage it for marketing campaigns or, direct email marketing or SMS marketing, like That's the gold right there. And you have a great customer experience when they come in, and then they leave and they're still getting that, constant flow of an amazing experience.
Yeah, and then there's another trend around data, and it sounds like it's a hyped term, but Chat GTP. So we're already working with it and looking at how we apply machine learning, AI with the data to be smarter and eventually be able to provide, personalized menus on an individual level, and certainly personalized communications and offers to users. So you can really hone in target on that user and what's going to drive their behavior in the most cost effective way for the dispensary, and in a way that engages that user and gets them, to buy the right products and more of the products.
Now, I'd like to kind of wrap it up with, what is your number one tip for a business owner to grow or scale their business? You've been in a part of a lot of different businesses and a lot of different industries. So what would you say is your number one tip for a business owner?
I come from a sales and marketing background initially, right out of school, and then I have gotten the opportunity to build businesses over and over. It's the customer focus. It's understanding your customer and what's important to them, and then being able to create that environment that really engages them and keeps them. That can vary based on industry, or even in cannabis, it can vary based upon whatever location you're in and the type of customers you have around you versus another area or location. Obviously, it varies by state. So that's number one, is really understanding your customer, because everything builds off that. And then, secondarily, as a person that always has tried to leverage technology to gain a competitive advantage and then build businesses to help others do that, I think it's really looking at technology and understanding how data and technology can give you that advantage. And that's probably an area where a lot of dispensaries maybe wish they had more expertise. You get that right, it makes your job so much better and easier, and gives you a big advantage over everybody else around you. And you don't take my word for it. Look at other industries and what Starbucks and others have done from that and why they become so successful. There's case studies on it. So, look at technology and how you can leverage it.
How can people connect with you and connect with Mosaic and, find out more about how you guys are really creating disruptive technology for this industry?
Yeah, would love to talk to anybody who wants to learn a little bit more. Happy to do demos as well. Mosaic.green. Go there and check us out. If you want to reach out to me, feel free. It's Jack.Blaeser, Blaeser at mosaic.green. Happy to engage with anybody, share what we're doing. We've got great partners like Kaya Push that we're happy to suggest to if you're looking for help in other areas that we don't provide today. The more we can help others, hopefully we can rise the tide for everybody together.
Jack, this has been so fantastic. Thank you for taking the time to share about Mosaic and what you're doing, and for being, a great partner with Kaya Push. It's awesome to see unique solutions like what you guys offer and to be a part of that.
Thank you for being a great partner as well, and the opportunity to get on your show. This has been fun. I love it. I love talking about this stuff, and you make it so easy, Tom. So thank you.
Once again, I want to thank Jack Blaeser for taking the time to be on the podcast. And, he had so many fantastic insights into that digital customer experience for dispensaries and cannabis businesses, talking about creating a world-class experience with an all-in-one solution with an app. A loyalty app is key. If your customers are walking into your store and they've got a great experience when they walk in, a beautifully designed store, and they're able to access rewards and points and create that loyalty, that's the key to business. And if you're able to harness the data that is coming through those loyalty apps and your point of sale, your HR, payroll system, all of that, your entire tech stack, if it's all integrated into one, you are going to be so powerful and your business is going to grow and scale. So thanks again, Jack, for sharing your insights. I also want to remind you, it's not too late to vote for KayaCast and Kaya Push for the MJ's Awards happening this November. Voting closes on October 15th. So we're down to the wire. We need your help. We need those votes. And, this would be huge. Also, if you're planning to go to MJ BizCon, hit us up. We've got a whole bunch of events happening. We'd love to meet you in person. And, I'm going to be there. A bunch of members of our team are going to be there. Again, I want to thank you for listening to the podcast. subscribe, and stay tuned for more conversations with business owners that are trying to launch, scale, and grow a cannabis business.
Thanks for listening to the KayaCast podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast in your favorite podcast app, or visit our website to learn more about our guests and to access the full archive of episodes from the show. Join us next time as we continue to explore the world of cannabis and help you grow, launch, and scale your business.